Thanks for tuning in. This is an active stretch floor series. Great to do in the morning or to prepare your body for a workout. You can do 5 to 10 repetitions of each exercise. We'll keep it abbreviated here for this video. We'll start on our back with the hips, shoulders, back of the skull glued to the mat, arms extended, palms at the hips. We're going to inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale as you bring the hands back down. You can widen the arms out if you're a little tight in the shoulders, or bring them a little closer if you want to make this more challenging. If you want to make it even more challenging, you can extend the legs up in the air to stimulate the core a little more, or bend them a little even more from the hips to make it even more challenging. Just make sure to keep the top of the hips, back of the shoulders, back of the skull glued to the mat, and use your breath, really inhaling the arms up, exhaling as you bring them down. Same kind of concept here. We're just going to do a single leg flexion. Top of the hips, back of the shoulders, back of the skull, glued to the mat. You're going to inhale as you point through the toe, opening the back of the hamstring. Exhale as you lower down. If you want to make it more challenging, extend that opposite leg. It's going to even create more, allow you to open up a little bit more in the hips, actively stretching that opposite hip a little bit more. Again, use your breath. Inhale as you bring the leg up. Exhale as you lower down. Make sure the breath is guiding the movement. Again, we'll just rock on the back a little bit in between, side to side. Here we're going to open up the hip flexion a little more, stimulate the core a little bit more. You're going to inhale as you extend and switch. Exhale as you bring the forehead towards the knee. Inhale as you extend and switch. Exhale, bring the forehead towards the knee. If this is a little too much on your head and neck, just leave your head and neck on the mat. Inhale as you switch. Exhale as you bring the knee in. Again, too challenging? Just let that extended leg, let that foot drop to the floor instead of extending that full leg. Here, both arms, both legs. Exhale as you bring the knees in. Inhale as you extend and open up. Exhale as you bring the knees in. Inhale as you extend and open up. Again, too much on the head and neck. Keep the head and neck on the floor. Still too much on the body. Just lower the feet to the floor, keeping the knees in the air. Inhale as you open up. Exhale as you hug the knees in. From here, we're going to do a little glute bridge, and it's going to be hard to see what I'm doing here, but we're actually arching in the back as we inhale, pushing the tailbone into the floor, flattening the back, exhaling, inhaling as we bring the hips up, and then exhaling as we lower down. So again, inhale, arch, exhale, flatten. Inhale, raise the hips, exhale, lower down. So a little spinal undulation. Inhale, arch, exhale, flatten. Inhale, raise the hips, exhale, lower down. Again, a little glute bridge with spinal undulation. If you want to make this more challenging, you can always do single leg hip raises here. Again, just keep the knees glued together and keep the hips stabilized. Don't let the hips rock all over the place. Again, obviously, for the sake of time with this video, just only doing one side. We'll come into a controlled twist from here, opening the arms out to a T shape, back of the skull glued to the mat, shoulder blades glued to the mat. We're going to exhale over, inhale up. Exhale over, only coming as far as you're able to breathe fully and keep that opposite shoulder blade on the ground. If you want to make it more challenging, extend the legs at the bottom. Bring them back in, then inhale up. Again, exhale, bringing the legs over, opposite shoulder on the ground, extending the legs, bringing them back in, inhale as you bring them up. You want to make it even more challenging, extend the legs fully. But just make sure that the knees stay over the hips and the ankles stay in line with the knees. Again, exhaling over, inhaling up. Only coming as far as you're able to breathe fully. Don't hold the breath. And again, keep that opposite shoulder blade on the ground. So we're actively opening the body, not putting it in a compromised position. From here, we're going to roll over, coming into a little cobra series. Top of the feet, pubis bone, stay glued to the mat here. We're going to work the muscles in the mid and upper back, squeezing the shoulder blades back and together, driving the elbows in, lifting the hands as you inhale up. So again, squeeze back down and in, inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale, shoulder blades back down and in, squeezing the elbows in, exhale lower. From here, we're just going to press up by pressing through the thumb and index finger side of the palm. Again, shoulder blades stay back down and in, elbows in, so you're really working in the triceps here, not so much in the chest and shoulders. Inhaling up, exhaling over. From here, we'll come into a plank. You can come onto your elbows. You can come into a high plank on your hands. If you're in a plank, time yourself. Maybe you make it a little more challenging each time by increasing the amount of time you hold that plank. You want to make it even more challenging, you can do what I'm doing here, doing a plank tap. If you're doing the plank tap, just focus on how smoothly you can transition one hand to the other. We'll sit back into Bhaktasana, open up the shoulders, and breathe. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me. My website and email are right there on the card. Thanks so much. See you soon.